Hello my crafty friends, it's Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations, and today I am hopping along with the card Hoppin group from Handmade Happiness, and I'm just showing you some of the supplies that I'm using today. A retired stamp set from Stampin' Up, some retired vellum, and the new Magnolia die set from Honeybee Stamps, and here I have it all die cut out. I did have those leaves die cut and I didn't end up using them because I got so excited with gluing things that I forgot about them. So our theme was sketch, and the technique was grunge or clean and simple, and I went with grunge. So I'm just taking this stamp set. It's just a bunch of different textures, and I am using some black ink for this one, and I'm not even putting it on a block, just holding it in my hand. And then this longer one I will put on a block, and I'm using more of a gray ink for this one. I believe it's called Morning Mist. And so I'm going to stamp this a few times just to give this some texture. Now the piece of paper that I'm working on, I was getting ready to film this, and I don't know if you saw my last video, I had done some black ink blending on a panel using some black soot, and so I sprayed it to get ready to clean it up, and I thought, why not put this on a piece of paper? And I really liked the look that I got, so I thought, why not continue on for today's project to keep going with that. So that's how that came to be. I did heat set it after I did all the, dipping into the ink so that it would be something easier to work with, but it is a little warped. So to fix that, I will use some foam tape at the end. So I had die cut these two centerpieces out of some white cardstock, and I just used some distress ink in walnut stain, I believe, and fossilized amber. And then the paper is just some from my stash that I had from scrapbook.com that I did a little ink blending lightly on a few of them with abandoned coral. So I'm just going to adhere all of these pieces together. I do struggle with the final layer because this is actually the first time I've ever put this together. I just received this a week or so ago in my Honeybee order. And so I should have flipped over the back and paid attention to the layering guide, because they do give you a guide to show you how to put these together. I believe I was putting it together correctly the first time until I doubted myself. Anyways, I figure it out. So this is part of a hop. We are going to have the list in my description box, and I will have the next person who is in the hop tagged but down below. I always try to do the entire lineup as well, so that if you get lost along the way, that you can find your way back. I absolutely love this hop because everyone's take on the techniques and themes is always a little bit different, so I enjoy seeing what everyone creates each month. I try to participate in this hop because it is a lot of fun. As you can see here, I am doubting how I put this together, and I will pull out the layering guide to help myself figure that out. So they give you this beautiful color printout to show you how to layer it, and I would have saved myself some trouble if I had just grabbed that from the get-go. So do as I say, not as I do. But I figured it out, get that all adhered together. I'm just going to take some liquid glue on the entire back of this flower and adhere it to that vellum circle. I had cut that out with a stitch circle from Brutus Monroe. It's an old die set. I don't even think he makes it anymore. And the vellum was from Stampin' Up. I haven't sold Stampin' Up in a long time, so I'm trying to use up things in my stash that I tend to hoard. So I'm just going to adhere that in the center, and then I will put glue along the back of the flower so that you can't see it through the vellum because it's not quite wide enough to fit through my Xyron sticker maker as the entire circle. Otherwise, that would have been the other option I would have done to adhere this down. And then I'm going to put this right down to the center of my grungy panel. I took out most of it, but I did adhere foam tape to the back of this entire panel to help me deal with the warping that came from it being wet. And once I get that peeled off, I am going to stick this down in the center, and I'm going to call it that. You could put embellishments, a sentiment you could add to it, but I wanted to keep it just the way it is, and I really love how it turned out. So I hope you'll check out everyone in the hop, and as always, I hope that you have a great day.